From the BzG studio in the Mission Dolores district, right in the heart of San Francisco, it's BzG News with Barrett Courtney.
Thank you so much. Thank you over there. Thank you kindly to all the people back over there. What's up, everybody? My name is Barrett Courtney, and yes, this is BzG News, BzG's weekly show where I bring in all of the important nerdy news that you care about, and I give my take on it. This is a very weird week. We've got a lot of Nintendo news, a lot of spurts of small little pieces of Nintendo news that we'll get to. But first, I want to talk about not very important nerdy news, or not even nerdy news, but important news to myself. Blink-182 dropped a new single called Bored to Death the other day. It's the first single off of their upcoming record, California, which will be released on July 1st. The band also announced a new tour starting in late July with a day to remember, All American Rejects, and All Time Low. We talk more on our thoughts of Blink-182 and where they're sort of going in the upcoming episode of Talking Shit, but I just want to say a few things. I like the single. It doesn't stand out to me like crazy much, but I sort of like if this is a tease of what the rest of the album might be, at least in sort of just like tones and whatnot. I'm actually really excited. I think it's weird, just sort of the lineup that they have of bands, sort of pop punk bands, very very much so when it comes to All Time Low, All American Rejects. Like, what the fuck have they been up to in the last 10 years? What have they been up to? Are they even still a band? Did they just like sort of announced that they were going to tour with this band? They might be broken up or something. I don't know. I have not heard the name All American Rejects in fucking years. So when I saw that, I was like, what? And Day to Remember, I just fucking, just stop. We don't need you guys anymore. The post-hardcore fucking pop punk scene died in like 2009. So just stop. I don't know. I think there could have been a better supporting lineup there, but I am really excited if I'll go to a Blink-182 concert this summer. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that real quick because I'm a huge Blink-182 fan, as you may know. I liked the single. I think it's a better direction for the band rather than the Neighborhoods direction, and even more so Dogs Eating Dogs. Like, I liked Dogs Eating Dogs, but still the direction they were heading towards just felt muddled to me. So I like that they're going in a different way with this album, and I'm excited. I like the name of the album, California. Pretty cool. Simple. Much like most of what Blink-182 is, very just simple, whatever. But anyway, let's get to the important nerdy news you guys care about. A lot of Nintendo news this week. If you were excited for the NX possibly coming this year, well, just hold on to your dicks for a second. Nintendo has announced that the NX will be coming in March 2017. NX rumors started in 2015 with rumors and whispers of a 2016 release date. So yeah, Nintendo had like this whole like year earnings report and whatnot, and they talked about how the NX will be coming next year as opposed to the rumors. I don't think they ever confirmed anything of a 2016 date, but that was what we were all hoping for. We were hoping they were going to come strong at E3, show the console, and be like, hey, it's out this Christmas or whatever. But they're obviously skipping the holiday sort of release window, going for a release window I think actually makes sense for Nintendo, just because people are so hyped up about PlayStation, and VR is going to be a big thing this holiday season. And I just think Nintendo probably looked at that and said, hey, we're going to have a lot of competition if we decide to release this holiday season. Maybe let's release the console when there's sort of probably a drought of video games. So when we release it, people are like, oh, this will be cool because it might have games on it that we might want to play. And next up in Nintendo news, The Legend of Zelda has been delayed again with the 2017 release window. They like NX is coming out definitely in March 2017. Legend of Zelda wasn't given a month. It was just given, hey, 2017 it's probably gonna come out. That's what they said when 2016 is probably gonna come out. We never got it. So I'm still a little worried about this new Legend of Zelda game. Hopefully, if they finally ever fucking release it, hopefully it's actually really, really awesome. They put a lot of time and effort into it. But the constant like pushing back, it worries me. Like, a lot of people are now in the mindset, and it's a good mindset of, like, when you delay a game, it's most likely for the better. But you also have to take that with a grain of salt, you know? Like, Uncharted 4 was delayed by a couple weeks because they needed to put some final touches into it to make the performance better, even though reportedly we're going to get a 5 gig like update the first day of Uncharted 4, which is like, what the fuck? Come on. So when you push a game back by like a couple weeks or a month, that's obviously like, okay, they need to put like fine touches into this thing that they've already worked so hard on. The Legend of Zelda, it's been this weird like, okay, it's gonna come out this year. No, JK, it's gonna come out like in next year. Oh, never mind, it's gonna come out next year. When you push back your game by like a year, time after time again, it gets a little worrisome because it says to me like, we don't know where to go with this new Legend of Zelda. And I don't know. I'm concerned. I'm probably gonna play it. It's supposed to be coming out for both Wii U and NX. It'll probably come out, but I imagine early next year for Wii U, and then later on when NX is released, it'll maybe be a launch title for NX, or maybe be like in the summer of 2017. Who the fuck knows? I'm worried, guys. I'm fucking worried. But anyway, last piece of Nintendo news. The NX will not be showcased at E3 this year, but Nintendo has confirmed the console will be unveiled later this year, and The Legend of Zelda will be the only playable game at the conference this June. This, I don't know, man. Like, if you wanted to come in strong, Nintendo, you should have shown the console at E3. Like, I understand you guys might not have been able to maybe have people play it at E3, but you still should show it at least. E3 is definitely, it's changing a lot, and it has been changing in the last couple of years, but for the hardcore gamer people, if you want them to be really attached and to really be wowed by this console, you gotta, like, fucking full force present it to people at E3. That's how you get people excited, because they're already in that excited sort of state of mind. Like, oh shit, like what else is going to be shown? Like, what else is going to be the big cool thing? And not having NX at E3, I honestly believe is a big mistake. Maybe you need a couple of months to like have it at a point where you can unveil it and have people play games off of it. But I don't even think you need, when you announce it, I don't even think you need to have playable games or anything. Just be like, hey, we're working on it. It's coming out next year. We don't have any playable demos just yet, but we will have some in the next couple of months or something. Like, do that at least. I don't know. I think it's a weird thing to, and they're probably gonna unveil the NX in a weird sort of, Henry, what's the thing that Nintendo does when they have like it's like a Direct. Yeah, they'll probably do a fucking Nintendo Direct on the NX, and that's not exciting. They should have been at E3. They should have physically been there and been like, hey, here's this fucking console, instead of like, hey, we're gonna record a funny, wacky video for you guys showing what it looks like, and in an environment where it's sort of, I don't know, it's just, the E3 environment would have been the perfect thing for the NX, and now that you're separating the NX from that environment, probably unveiling it with a Nintendo Direct, where, you know, just a bunch of people watch it on a video and aren't actually there to experience that feeling of excitedness. I don't know. It's just a little, it's weird, Nintendo. A lot of people are hyperbolizing this, like, oh, Nintendo's fucking ruining themselves. I think they are trying to be smart about the NX. I think they are trying to slowly make people forget about the Wii U and put distance between the Wii U and the NX. So when the NX comes out, it actually feels like this really fresh thing, and people will start, it'll be enough time after the bad taste of Wii U for people to start like caring about Nintendo again, if this is, you know, a good console at least. But obviously, Nintendo, this is like some other sort of news. I didn't really write it down, but Nintendo is not doing so well in their earnings so far this year. They're actually also trying to sell their shares in the Seattle Mariners, which is like 55% of the shares for that team. So when they're trying to sell that, like that's obviously like they're in a bad state and they need to try to get as much money as they can, which is weird that they're not going to present this console as soon as they possibly can to try to bring in money. But that might be a good sign of like, okay, we know we need to like get all of this money back somehow, but we're still going to hold off on the NX because we should probably care for this more. It might be a good state of mind that Nintendo is in. They're probably thinking about longevity rather than just right now, and that's probably a good thing for Nintendo. So weird little pieces of news for Nintendo, but I think interesting, and probably in the long run will probably be smart, except for the whole fucking NX not being at E3. I think that was a little silly and dumb. But anyway, if you've noticed, the upcoming PS4 exclusive Neo has a playable demo on the PlayStation Store right now. It's available until May 4th. So if you want to check out this this PlayStation 4 exclusive game that I've seen gameplay of, I think it looks really cool. Very like sort of Witcher 3, sort of like in this ninja fucking universe. I don't know. It looks really cool. But anyway, that's not the real piece of news here. The news is in the settings for the demo, you can choose between action mode and movie mode. Basically, what these modes do, it's letting you decide what you want to perform best. Do you want frame rate to perform better, or do you want the resolution to be at a higher resolution, which I think is very interesting. And I think it sort of plays towards probably the sort of PS4 update that we're going to get, not like the software update, but the PS4 Neo or whatever. Games will probably start playing around with like, oh, let's let players choose what they want more, because from what I understand, and I understand very little of PC gaming because PC gaming is fucking dumb. PC gamers also have to pay attention to that. Like, what do they want to run better? Like, do they want to have a higher resolution, or do they want better frame rate? So I think this is like a slow integration of what will be available for console gamers in the next coming years. I think this is a little hint at it. So I thought it was just interesting to bring up. But also, I say check the demo out. We might do Let's Plays of it at one point. I don't fucking know. Not next week, because I think next week we're doing more Uncharted. So check that out. And then probably after that, we'll probably do some Neo for you guys. But anyway, for the last piece of news this week, Sony recently shed light on a recent robbery of a truck in the UK that was holding copies of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. Sony said the games, along with other merchandise, were taken during a violent assault. They have yet to confirm any casualties from the robbery and haven't listed what else was stolen. Interesting, and there were some posts or whatnot about, I think in the long statement from Sony, they're like, we're trying to hunt like everybody down who has this game early because they are thieves, basically. And I don't think, like, yes, the people who were definitely involved in that, yes, fucking take those guys out. That's really shitty. Of not only, they're gonna basically release spoilers for people of the game, which is, I think, should be the least of the concerns, but like, get these guys because like people from your company or people who had to work for your company or something were fucking assaulted, and that sucks. And you should definitely get those guys, but not everybody who has the game right now has it because of the stolen copies. There are a bunch of companies, I think, in the UK that broke Street Date. Like they're people who bought it from Best Buy and shit. They're Amazon, apparently all over the UK accidentally sent it early on the original release date rather than the release date like on May 10th or whatever, because it was originally supposed to come out this week. So I don't know, just Sony, come on. Not everybody who's playing the game right now stole it. And you also sent out early copies to people who can review the game, which you should probably do for us at one point. I know you can't do it for Uncharted 4 anymore because you already sent those out, but like maybe for future games, that'd be pretty cool. We would love to get review copies. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. You don't hear that too often of people robbing a truck. And I don't even think it was probably like for the video games. They probably did not know what was going to be in this truck, and then they saw all of these games, even though in the perspective of games were much more pricey 20 years ago, it's still like each copy is like $60, so they probably saw that and were like, oh, we could probably make a pretty penny off of this. But I don't think they probably knew what was actually in the truck. It was just sort of coincidental that it happened to be video game shit. So interesting news nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all of the news that we had this week, but it's that time of the month again.
My period?
Yeah, where Ricky Baldassan comes on for a little segment I like to call Netflix and Chill with Ricky Baldassan, where I tell him the upcoming titles from Netflix that are leaving Netflix and the titles that are coming to Netflix. Ricky, are you ready to learn what is leaving Netflix in the month of May 2016?
I'm very ready.
You're ready? Not a big month this month for either leaving or coming to. A little more for leaving. It's going to be sad to see some of these things go, but we got to get through it.
I saw a couple things come and go the past month.
Oh yeah,
like Nanny McPhee left, but it's back on.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
I was like,
I think what happens is like they release what their licenses have run out of, and they don't really announce whether they're going to renew those licenses or anything. So you sort of have to take these with a grain of salt. But usually I just assume that these are just going to be gone forever. But anyway, the first thing leaving Netflix in the month of May, things you're not going to be able to Netflix and chill to anymore. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Good, get rid of that shit. Get that shit out of my house.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know what? I'm sick and tired of people talking about how great of a movie Bill and Ted is.
I don't think it's a great movie, but it's a good movie.
Yeah, but I'm sick of it.
Why? Are you in a situation where you're constantly watching this movie all the fucking time?
No, it's just everybody always talks about it.
Yeah.
All the time, and it's not a bad movie, but shut up.
What people are you hanging out with where they're talking?
Christians, I don't know. People love this movie, and I don't.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie, but
I don't see anybody talking about this movie whatsoever.
Everybody talks about this movie.
You're fucking crazy.
It just came out.
What? It came out like 25 years ago.
It came out 2005. It wasn't that long ago.
All right, joking. Whatever. Anyway, the next thing leaving in May is Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, I didn't. I always while it was on there, I kept like, oh, I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah, it's one of those things you put on your list and then you never get to it. Yeah. I'd say that's something worth checking out before. I'll let you know which one of these are actually worth checking out before they leave in May.
It's like Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption has been on my Netflix list.
But it's because we've seen it so many times.
It's such a good movie.
It is such a great movie. I
always want to watch it, but I'm never gonna watch it.
Next thing leaving. This is, this is probably honestly the best thing to Netflix and chill to. So you probably want to catch it before it leaves in May.
I thought you were saying this is the best thing to leave.
Harriet the Spy 2 Blog Wars.
What is this?
I have no idea. I just saw that title. I was like, oh my god, we gotta talk about this for a second.
I love that Henry was like, yeah.
Did you ever watch the original Harriet Spy with?
I don't know what that is.
What?
I have no idea what this is.
Oh my god, I gotta have you watch that original movie.
It's missing out on some Harriet the Spy.
Harriet the Spy was like 90s. I think it was like a Nickelodeon movie actually. It's based off of a book.
Like a Nickelodeon movie.
It's based off of a book. It's like a series, Harriet the Spy. But the girl who's in it, oh fuck, what's her name? She was like really popular as
the main character, Harriet the Spy.
Yeah. Henry, do you know like what actress played Harriet in Harriet the Spy movie?
No.
But the funny thing is, want to know who else was in that movie? I don't know who she played, but she was in this movie, and she was also a really big role.
Who?
Rosie O'Donnell.
This sounds like an awful movie. Rosie O'Donnell is a spy.
No, she's not the spy. No, Harriet the Spy was like about this little kid who was in like elementary school, and she would like spy on like her other like classmates and like basically gather shit about them, and then they all found out. It's basically the movie that led the way towards Mean Girls. You know, like it wasn't that great, but it was like sort of like the idea and concept was gonna lead to something better.
Rosie O'Donnell is Harriet the Spy. She's spying in the women's locker room. Da, 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 da. Sounds awful.
Fuck. Also leaving in the month of May, Scooby-Doo. Just the first one.
Oh, I just get rid of the second one. The second one you get rid of. First one, it has Sugar Ray in it.
But the thing about it is, like, Netflix has this fucking thing where they'll like come out with like a movie and its sequel, and then they'll take away the first one. Like, what the fuck?
I'm so gonna be in the mood to watch the sequel.
Scooby-Doo too.
The one that doesn't have Sugar Ray.
Also leaving, and I'm actually serious about this one. If you haven't seen this movie, watch it before it leaves in May. Training Day.
Okay, I've never seen Training Day.
You need to watch Training Day.
Okay,
Just
I feel like
fucking
this
watch
is
it.
Denzel Washington movie. I feel like every movie with Denzel Washington, everybody's
No,
like,
but
oh,
this
you
is
gotta
before-
watch it because it's Denzel Washington.
But no, it's not
fuck
because
Denzel
it's not because it's Denzel Washington. This was before Denzel Washington was in every single train movie ever.
I was about to say,
You remember that
I
time
was
where
about
he
to
was in
say,
like
Denzel Washington tricks white people into loving his movies.
remember when he
He's
was
like
in
Tyler Perry, but in a different sense.
Remember when he was in 2 separate movies, both about train
trains.
crashes and fucking? It was the weirdest shit. And in one of them, what's
Washington loves his trains
Who's
and his
the guy-
training.
who's the guy from Pulp Fiction? I always forget his name.
Johnny Knoxville. John Travolta.
John Travolta's the bad guy. He's bald and he's like wearing sunglasses. It's like the first time we saw
God.
John Travolta in like a movie in like 10 years.
Remember when John Travolta was in From Paris with Love?
No, I don't. I don't remember
he
that.
was in that. That was a thing. That was a decent movie, surprisingly.
Training Day, check it. Like, I highly recommend that movie. It's
Training
really,
Day.
really good.
Every time I see the cover for it, I'm like, this looks like a really fucking boring movie. Every Denzel Washington movie, I'm like, this
I don't
looks
think it's
so
at the
boring.
height of shit. Why can't I think of any movies right now? What's the Leo DiCaprio and Matt Damon, The Departed. It's not at the height of Departed, but it's
like-
very, very close.
Wait, that's such a weird reference. What's Training Day about then?
It's about police stuff.
I swear to God, I thought it was about football. I mixed up Training Day with, what is it, Friday Night Lights?
Oh, my God. You thought I was promoting Friday Night Lights?
I still haven't seen either of those
Oh my
movies.
Friday Night Lights is all right. Whatever. The saddest thing leaving
That sounds better now.
Netflix in May. You'll be
Friday
very-
Night Lights.
Something you'll be very upset about. Scrubs.
Oh, I've rewatched it. I've seen it like the
I
whole
haven't
show
actually
twice.
watched that in years.
I don't need to watch. I don't need to hear I'm no Superman.
So.
Again. No, thank
Seriously,
you.
greatest fucking theme song ever. No, not really.
No.
It's Malcolm in the Middle.
It's catchy though.
Also leaving another high recommendation, Blade Runner.
Oh, so that's another movie. It's been on my list ever since it
You
got on
need to
Netflix.
watch that. Training Day and
because
Blade Runner, you need
I've
to
never
watch.
seen Blade Runner either, so it's just like
Oh,
it's been on my list, and
no.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch this, but then I'm like, oh,
You know what I
wait.
tried to watch because I think it came out this month in the month of April. It was 2001: A Space Odyssey because I was really excited for it, and I forgot how slow that fucking movie is.
Super slow.
It's beautiful, beautiful cinematography, beautiful visuals, but goddamn does that movie move slow. Or like the first 20 minutes is just fucking apes running around touching this big black thing, and then they get smarter and shit. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
also
like
leaving.
the Willy Wonka version better when it's the chocolate.
Also leaving Black Hawk Down. You ever watch this one?
No.
No, I thought that it might have been one. It's one that people always recommend to me. I think Ewan McGregor is in it, possibly.
Is he?
I
That's really
think
weird.
I think he's in it.
I really like military movies.
Yeah.
Um,
People have
But I
always
never watched
recommended it to me. So if you're into military movies, go check it out, I guess. And then the last thing leaving Netflix in the month of May, a sad one, Clerks 1.
oh, really? That's been
Yeah.
on there for so long.
I know. That was on there since like the
Jesus
early days
Christ.
of Netflix. Yeah.
That was on there forever. Take it down.
No. Well, I really don't care. I own Clerks on
It's-
DVD.
It's been on there for too long. Let's
Yeah.
make some room. Let's
Let's make room for Tusk and shit.
Yeah, for other.
For better Kevin Smith movies. All right, so you're ready. There's not a lot coming to Netflix in the month of May, but are you ready?
Coming back to Netflix, Black Hawk Down.
But coming in the month of May, the first, and I actually like this one. You might be surprised, but the first, Bring It On. Wow. Fuck yeah, dude. That movie's so good. Fuck yes.
Why does everybody love that movie?
It's good. It's good. It's fucking
cheerleading.
Good. Yeah. It's fucking. I find it amusing. Whatever.
I wish
you're a Hayden ass hater.
I wish every person in that cast was on like the top step of a flight of stairs, so I can gently push them.
Next thing coming in the month of May, 16 Candles. So you can get your actual Netflix and chill on.
That's another movie where like, this is a really good movie. I really like this movie. Stop talking about it. Let's stop referencing 16 Candles.
Why you gotta be a Hayden ass hater? You're a Hayden ass hater.
I was born
today.
a Hayden ass hater. I came out of the womb going, why is it so fucking hot outside? I just came out of the womb and it's hot out here.
16 Candles. I really like that one. We talked about it last week. John Hughes movies. And
Sexy
I think also that's a good one where it's a good like sort of romantic movie, but it's also just really really fucking funny. Also has the most racist sort of depiction of an Asian person ever. Yeah. We're sorry. Also coming, Goosebumps from last year.
God damn already.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's when you know, like, that's when you know a movie performed really bad at the box office, where they're just like desperate to get it onto Netflix.
I forgot what movie went on Netflix like right after it came out. It was sooner than this.
Oh.
And I was just like, Jesus Christ, like that was
like
just,
2 months.
I like just watched that in theaters or something. I forgot what it was.
I feel like I will probably end up watching this. Just because.
Okay, so I watched Goosebumps. It's not horrible. Like, it just has it really doesn't have anything to do with
like the original series or anything.
I mean, it's like they're coming to life, blah blah blah, blah whatever. It's not that bad.
Yeah, all right.
It's not that bad.
And the last thing coming to Netflix in the month of May, the best thing to Netflix and chill to. Kindergarten Cop 2.
Fuck yeah!
I have no idea if it still has
Hell
Arnold
yes.
Schwarzenegger. That's him, right?
Yeah.
That's in the original one.
Yeah.
I don't know if the second one.
Kindergarten Cop, Jingle All the Way, Arnold Schwarzenegger for life. Woo!
I have no idea who's in the second one, but why the fuck are you even doing this? This was like 30 years, like fucking not even 30, but
That's
like
so
25 years late.
That's
like why now?
It's
of
so
all
funny
times?
it's so funny that pops up because I just finished an episode of the Goldbergs where they're talking about like, is there anything Arnold Schwarzenegger can't do? It's just like, yeah.
Oh god.
Like keep a marriage. Let's go. Moving on.
Fuck. Ricky, thank you so much for joining me for Netflix and chill. I always love Netflix and chilling with you every month. Yeah. I can't believe it like came up like.
Yeah,
all of
I feel
a sudden,
like we just did the.
I know, like you reminded me this morning, and I had forgotten to even like look up like what was coming. So
it's almost time for Henry's segment too.
Yeah, almost.
It'll be sexy.
But that's going to be on another episode. That'll be on a later episode. It's the end of today's episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us for BzG News. Remember, BzG News is up every Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join us next week for some more nerdy news. But until then. Stay nerdy. Thank you so much. Thank you over there. I can't wait for you guys to watch Kindergarten Cop 2. It's gonna be awesome. Best movie 2016. Movie of all time. Yeah.